What's up guys, it's Brooke
and Chelsea,
and we are actually going to be doing something a little bit serious today. We're going to be talking about our exes. To quickly remind you guys, for everybody who don't know Chelsea and I's story, just a reminder that we did break up for 2 years. You know, the on and off, we definitely took advantage of the off seasons.
Yeah. People have been kind of wondering, you know, how we identify with like our sexual orientation. We throw lesbian couple, lesbian this, lesbian that on all of our videos. But actually, I identify as pansexual. You know, a lot of people think that pansexual is just a fancy word for bisexual. It's not. When you identify as bisexual, it means you like either boys or girls. Pansexual, I think of it mostly as you fall in love with a person and then the physical attraction comes later. I've dated all shapes and sizes and colors.
For a while there, I identified as bisexual just because I was attracted to guys as well, but when it got a little bit more serious and like we were trying to get that deeper connection, it just never happened for me. You know, it's human nature to find different types of people attractive, whether you can see yourself with them or not. And so I am a lesbian, I am interested in women, but I find guys attractive, as any of us do. So yeah.
So yeah, we knocked that out.
Yeah. So babe, first question I want to know from you, what is something that most of your exes had in common?
That's a loaded question, just because all my exes were so different. If I were gonna pick, you know, one thing that all my exes had in common, it would be probably that they were all kind of badass in their own way. Yeah, they were like the tough guy or girls.
I'm the toughest though, right?
You're so buff.
I'm so buff.
You're so buff. You're so tough.
I'm 5'2", but I got an attitude that's 6'1".
Yeah, what about you? What did all your exes have in common?
That's a hard question for me too, because my exes were really different. But I guess a lot of my exes had very strong opinions. Not that each of them were necessarily outgoing, they just had opinions about life. My baby is very opinionated. You are very opinionated. but in the right way. I'm not.
So how many of your exes did you say I love you to?
I've only said I love you to a handful of people, but looking back now, that wasn't love. Like at the time I thought it was love, but like looking back and understanding now what love is, I could easily stand here and say I didn't love any of them. So same question for you. How many exes have you said I love you to?
I haven't had very many exes just because my relationships lasted so long. I said I love you to all of my exes, but I think that's only like 3. How many of us have you been faithful to?
I have been faithful to none of you guys. You guys can say what you want about Chelsea and I's marriage, but I'm on top of my shit. I've learned a lot. So
she's, oh my god, not even the same person.
I'm not even the same person, and a lot of you guys can think like once a cheater, always a cheater. I hear that, I understand it, but I don't agree with that. I think people change all the time, and it's a decision that you make. And I decided to stop hurting other people. So babe, you've been in long-term relationships.
Yes.
Out of all those long-term relationships, how many people have you cheated on?
I've only been completely 100% faithful to one of them. And that was my last one.
All right, babe, I think the last question I'd want to know is, what is something that I had that all of your exes didn't have?
The first thing that comes to mind, I loved them all. I loved all my exes. You were the only one I was passionate about. I was very passionate about you, and I was very passionate about our love because it was just so different, you know?
Yeah.
I lacked passion with everyone else.
Okay, that was nice. I like that. That was really sweet. My black makeup gets on her sometimes.
My fair skin.
Your fair skin.
What about me?
What is something that you had that my exes didn't have?
What's different about me?
you understood life in a way that I understood life, and I've always been such a deep thinker and a deep person, and it has been hard for me to connect with people on that level, and I connected with you on that level immediately, and it was like an ass backwards relationship where I love you, and then we learned to like each other.
That's true. Yeah.
So the initial fire that we had in our bellies for each other, undeniable. I was passionate about you too, I guess, you know?
So that's going to be it for us today. Make sure to like and subscribe. And
If there's any hard topics that you want to see us touch on, please do so in the comments below. And, you know, we're pretty open books. So
yeah, any questions you have, feel free to ask. We don't mind.
see you guys next time.
See you next time.
Bye.